Well, speaking of the Bills, you brought it up, Josh. You have been saying for weeks on your YouTube channel, Under the Max, the sports film talk show, on this show, Championship Rings, that the Bills window is officially closed. But do you still believe that after Josh Allen did pull out those heroics and pretty much buried the Bengals and saved the Bills' own season?
I don't know why you keep getting rid of the banner.
I do not keep getting. Oh, it's because it's on a timer now. Hold on, let me adjust that.
Okay, but to answer the question, um, I'm eating my own damn words. Thanks, Josh Allen. Um, he completely buried the Cincinnati Bengals, and I actually tweeted at you today. I don't know if you saw this or
I
not.
did see this.
Okay. Actually, I am going to pull up the tweet and I'm going to read it word for word. I will even share my screen, so give me a second. But in the meantime, while I'm doing that, yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna be able to do it because I'm in a separate tab, so I'll just pull it up on my phone.
Give
But
me a second here.
yeah, do what you need to do. But um,
All right,
wait.
I got it. I got it. Let me see if I can pull up the screen share here.
All right, go ahead.
Share screen. Sorry, guys, we're going for technical difficulties here. Let's do this Chrome tab. So you should be able to now see my screen. Josh tweeted that if Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills are going to overcome their playoff demons, this has to be the season to do it. There's most likely going to be no Mahomes, Burrow, or Lamar. So the path is clear for Josh and the Bills. But can they take advantage of it? Let me make this clear. I want Josh Allen and the Bills to prove me wrong. I know I've said that Buffalo's window is closed, but I want them to prove me wrong.
Which I do, because they are our Lake Erie brothers. It's always fun when the Browns play the Bills. But the reason I was saying their window was closed is because of something you and I have talked about a lot on this show, is the fact that they are so Josh Allen dependent. He has to put on his Superman cape so often. That's the biggest reason why they won that game against the Bengals.
That and the fact that Joe Burrow threw two of the rarest tipped interceptions back to back you'll ever see, or the Bengals were going to win that game.
Yes. On the one, I have no idea why he threw that pass. Christian Benford was right there. And that was probably the easiest pick six you will ever see.
Yes.
But like I said in my tweet, there is most likely going to be no Mahomes, no Lamar, and no Joe Burrow. So this is the easiest path Josh Allen has had to get to the Super Bowl. But if he can't take advantage of it, I don't know when he can.
By the way,
Honestly,
there's also a world where there's no Josh Allen either.
that part is true. Could you imagine the playoffs on the AFC side if there's no Josh Allen, no Mahomes, no Joe Burrow, no Lamar?
That's my point. The top four teams of the AFC, we thought going into the year, all four of them would not make the playoffs.
Dude, I'm telling you, there is some correlation between the football world and the recent release of Stranger Things Season 5, because the football universe is completely upside down. But to get back to this question, a lot of it is going to depend on what happens this Sunday in Foxborough, Massachusetts, in Gillette Stadium. Because the New England Patriots went into your house and beat you on Sunday Night Football. Already, if the Bills can go in there and avenge that loss, okay. But if the Patriots are able to really reestablish themselves as the dominant team in the AFC East, maybe I'm going to keep my take.
What do you think of Buffalo being favored in that game?
It's not surprising because New England hasn't really beaten anybody credible outside of Buffalo.
But here's the thing. They went to Tampa and they beat Tampa, but now it's like, how good is Tampa? They lost the freaking Saints.
Exactly. That's my point. When you got wins against the Giants and the Browns, and for God's sakes, the Patriots, I think, lost to the Raiders.
But who has Buffalo beat besides Kansas City?
That part is true, yes.
So I'm surprised. I thought New England should have been favored in this game by at least 3.
I think.
Now, with that being said, I think the Bills are going to win the game. I do. However, New England is coming off a bye, and that cannot be overlooked. And Buffalo just played a up and down field against the Bengals, which was no surprise, albeit it was in the snow. If Buffalo's going to win, they have to control the time of possession. They have to run the ball with James Cook, and they have to keep Drake May and the Patriots offense on the sideline.
And that's where I think New England has the advantage because they can run the ball, not just with Ramondre Stevenson, they can also run the ball with Travion Henderson. So,
agree.
I'll
answer the question like this.
Go ahead.
I don't think Buffalo's window is closed, but if they don't win it this year, it is slammed shut, and I will never pick the Bills unless they make a major move to change my mind to win the Super Bowl again. Because even if they limp into this year's playoffs, they should be favored in the AFC, I would think, to get to the Super Bowl, even if they lose this game to New England.
Which I think the Patriots are going to win this game.
It's certainly going to be close. I could see it.